嘟嘟嘟，我们上次玩到哪里？哦，从康康的里面出来了。等一下，早安啊，各位，欢迎来到我的 YouTube 频道，我是琵琶。嗨哟嗨哟，嗨哟嗨哟嗨哟嗨哟嗨哟嗨哟嗨哟嗨哟，我的脚麻了。
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
这间房间是谁的？
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
.有罐头。
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
.这里就是他妈的房间吗？或者是他跟他妈
？What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
他跟他妈，这应该是他的房间。太可爱了吧，一只鸟。
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
他是用爬的吗？对，他是用爬的。
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
为什么要穿不同颜色？虽然说，
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories! Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
就是
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
哦，这里本来
They
是水，
called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
只要走过去有点难呢，
God,
太
it
远了吧？
smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
鹿，他妈的海退潮的时候有鹿，
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
啊，
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
换的换。
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see
我
it.
要出来啦！
I just want to meet
我
you
要出来啦！
and tell you all these stories myself.
我要出来啦！我
I
要
guess if you're reading this now,
出来
things didn't work out that way.
啦！哇呼！哇呼！
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
他回到这里了，而且是儿子。他总不可能是自己一个人来吧？看起来是小孩啊。没啦，我忘记要计时了，没关系啦。The ending 又一个成就。这边也有一个成就，那一张图。哎呀！来把它看完好了。虽然可能会很长。然后我们就把最后一个成就解完，我们就这个系列就到这里啦。哇塞，这个小朋友的眉毛 The ending。哎，好啦，我们要去解最后一个成就啦。他多了2个，这是他妈，这是他祖母吧。我们来去解最后一个成就，荡秋千，再荡一次，这个系列就结束了。来吧。
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
熟门熟路。
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming! But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
其实他这样子，我有点害怕。
I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the
我
wind
记得我好像讲过类似的话，毕竟
then maybe
我
he'd
曾经
still
从
be here,
荡秋千上面受伤
but I
过，
doubt it. I
这个
think he'd
其实
already
我有
made
点
up
害
his
怕，
mind.
心理阴影。
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh my god！ 已经翻到后面去了，开始转一圈的时候了。
The day he made up his mind to fly, and he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
解完了。解完了。
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
"好了，那我们今天就玩到这里吧，这个系列也就这样结束了。感谢各位的观看。那么，各位朋友，就到这里啦。喜欢就按个订阅，然后留个言吧。那么各位，晚安啦，拜拜。